Hello, it's me, and this is again our second part of bonding. We're going to do covalent bonding for this video. So the first question here that we have are, how are the atoms held together in a covalent bond? Now first of all, let me read this to you. Here we have two or more atoms share electrons instead of gaining and losing them. The chemical bond is called a covalent bond. Okay, so the key thing that I underline here is this word share. So the electrons for these atoms, to make them stable, they need to share them, because if they gave them away or they took them, it would not work out. The best way to think of it is that pretend you have a book, you're trying to do your homework, the two of you share that book, and it works out. Everyone can have what they want, but one person cannot take it. Okay. The substance formed by a covalent bond is called a molecule. Let me illustrate that for you. Let's do water. Hydrogen has one valence electron, so we're going to do the symbol. This is how we do the electron dot diagrams. And then O, oxygen, has 6 valence electrons. And then the hydrogen, again, all hydrogens are the same, has 1 valence electron. Now, if hydrogen gave this one and only 1 electron that it has away, it would not be an atom, because that's the only electron it has. Same thing with oxygen. It needs 8, and it can't start giving them away or taking them. It won't work. So let me draw a box. This is how it's done in your book, around the spot where electrons are shared. So oxygen's shared electron will circle around both the hydrogen, and then same thing here, the hydrogen and the oxygen, and oxygen now will feel, by sharing, it has 8. So this right here, I'll darken the ones oxygen have, make them really bigger so it stands out. These are oxygens, and then that one shared from each hydrogen. So then you'll have that formula H2O, and now that's that molecule. Okay, that's how we do it, and that's how they share, and that's why. The difference between ionic and covalent compounds are not just that sharing, but also their properties. So what are the properties of a covalent bond? We're going to bullet 3 things here. They usually do not conduct electric currents when melted or dissolved in water, where ionic bonds will. And generally, covalent bonds have lower melting points and boiling points. It's easier to break apart their bonds. So sugars are an example of that. It's easy to melt sugar and boil the sugar to make a lollipop, whereas you would need over 800 degrees Celsius to melt salt. Salts are an ionic bond, sugars are covalent. That's the difference. The forces between molecules are much weaker than the forces between ions. And so these weaker forces, that's why it's easier to melt and dissolve, because the attraction forces are easier to break apart. Okay, once again, if you have any questions, please ask in class. I hope that was easy. And ask any questions if you get stuck. Thank you.